It's Not My Weekend podcast with your boy Jerry G. What is up, everybody? Aquí estamos vivo y en directo desde Santa Clarita, California, 3 Studios, Perritos World, all that shit, dog. We're here, dog. I'm back. It is Tuesday morning, 16 de septiembre. Hoy es el día de la independencia. Today is the 4th of July in Mexico, big dog. Yeah, they do the fireworks. I don't know what they do, dog. I know there's a grito involved. I'll look it up right now, fool. Because everybody thinks today is the Cinco de Mayo. No, it's September 16th is the actual Mexican Independence Day. People confuse that with Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is just like, it's just a battle that we won. We just won that day. Let's celebrate it, dog. Let's have a good time. Let's get drunk. You know what I mean? But today's the actual Independence Day where we freed ourselves. We freed ourselves from the Spaniards. A ver, 16 de septiembre. Okay, what does that mean? Let me see. Here you go. And today's the day. Today's the actual day. So it's a big deal today in Mexico, bro. I mean, obviously people are not working today. School is probably out, homie. Bars are open, dog. It's probably a vibe. I've never been in Mexico on September 16th. I've never been there during that time, so I can imagine, bro. I'm just picturing a 4th of July type of situation, right? Okay, here we go. September 16 marks the anniversary of Mexicans' Declaration of Independence from Spain in 1810, homie. The day commemorates the Grito de Dolores, or Cry of Dolores, when Catholic priest Miguel Hidalgo gave a speech and rang church bells in Dolores hours after midnight. Oh, so I guess Dolores is a place. Okay, this event sparked the 11-year Mexican War of Independence, which ended Spanish colonial rule after over 300 years, dog. In the calendar year, September 16th is the 259th day or the 260th in leap year. I got some of that. I understood some of that stuff. But there's a Grito de Dolores, which is why there's a Grito, which I can't do. I cannot do the Grito. Bro.
A crow?
I can't do the Grito, the Mexican Grito.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot do that, bro. My pipes don't go up that high, fool. I got a manly deep voice, so I can't go that way. But anyways, it's a thing. And I believe they do it like at midnight or late at night. They do the actual Grito. So yeah. All right. So have fun with that, guys.
Never knew that.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. All right, cool. Damn, that also reminds me, I got to do my taxes soon, dog. I haven't done my taxes. I got an extension to October 15th, and I've been dodging and weaving this shit. I need a CPA, homie. If anybody knows of a CPA, people have been referring me to CPAs. I've met with a couple, and let me tell you, I haven't been impressed, dog. Last week I went to a CPA that I was referred to in Covina. Not gonna shout out the place because I like the dudes. The dudes are cool. They're Persian. And nothing wrong with being Persian, compita. Nothing wrong. But there was like a language barrier there, right? He had a very thick Persian accent, which that could be a good thing. That could be a good thing because I am looking for a gangsta-ass CPA. I want a CPA that could bend and phone numbers every which way he can. Or she can. Whoa, imagine it's a girl CPA. It's crazy. I don't know if there's girl CPAs out there. Is that a thing?
Of course.
Yeah? Are girls allowed to be CPAs?
Oh,
yeah?
Wow.
If they are, bro, great. That's awesome. I voted for that. Anyways, I need a CPA. I'm joking, but last year I did get a girl to do my taxes. I was crossing my fingers the whole entire time, bro. And she was good. She was from HP. She was paisa. What happened is like basically what's happening right now for me. I got an extension and that date just crept up on me. And before I knew it, last year, it was October 10th and it was due October 15th and I hadn't done my taxes and I was freaking out. So I just I was obviously in Huntington Park, and I randomly walked into an office, beat up, old office. Looked like some real shady shit going on in there. Walked in there, there's a paisa lady in there, right? Señora, señora. And I'm like, señora, quiero hacer mis taxes. And she was like, cool. She was cool, but she had a weird vibe to her, fool. Like, she looked like she like hides money for the cartel kind of situation. Which, again, I didn't mind. I need someone like that. But there was no trust between her and I. Like, I could tell like she didn't trust me completely, and I didn't trust her completely. And there was this mistrust going on where at just this point, I just wanted to get them done without her asking too many questions. What happens, ladies and gentlemen, is that obviously that I make money, bro, like doing comedy, bro, and I have to pay all these taxes back. So I'm trying to find a way where what's the most I can deduct? What these expenses, we need to find ways for me to get this money lowered down because I do spend a lot of money. I do have a lot of expenses. I want to be able to deduct these shits. But what happens is that some of these cats don't care, fool. Like, they don't want to help you out in that way. They only scrape the surface. They don't dig deep, bro. I need somebody to dig deep, dog. And be willing to go to jail for me, dog. Basically, fool. And I haven't found that person yet. But I've met with a couple people, and I went to one last week. And the compita, he was good, bro. He knew his shit, dog. I almost want to feel like calling him back. But the language barrier was a little too much for me. He wasn't understanding me, what I was trying to tell him. And he was like, él me hablaba a mí, no le entendía muy bien. Pero when it came down to writing his numbers down, bro, he was pretty good, bro. Like, he was, look, man, this is what you made. This is what we can deduct. But I was like, I'm just trying to tell him, like, can we do better than that? Can we squeeze out a little bit more, like, deductions? What else can I squeeze out? What else can I do here? What do you recommend? And this is where we kind of would lose each other. But he knew his shit. And I think he was charging like $500. And I don't know about paying $500, dog. I paid like $300 last year, fool. I don't know where $500 came out of. Yeah. So anyways, if you know a good CPA, a gangster one, bro. A gangster one. Dude, one time, a couple of years ago, fool, I got recommended to the CPA, right? And I was half joking with him, but I told him, le dije, wey, I'm a comedian, bro. It shows in my paperwork. It shows in my pinches 1099s, way. I do comedy, bro, right? And I told him, listen, bro, I don't want to say too much here on YouTube, bro. I don't want to fucking like get myself in trouble here.
Incriminate yourself?
Yeah, I can't. But I was being pretty dead ass with this man. And el compita, muy bravo. Compita, muy bravo. Chaton, you know who I'm talking about, fool. This fool, Chaton, he recommended me to him. He's like, I got the guy for you, fool. This fool's pa perros de compita. He knows his shit, fool. He'll work wonders for you. He's the magic man when it comes to taxes. I said, that's what I want, fool. So I meet with this guy, fool, right? And I give him my paperwork. Here's my paperwork, dog. Here's all the money I made last year. Go to work, compita. Work your magic. You know? Because according to the paperwork that I sent him, I was gonna pay like $50,000 back in taxes. I cannot afford that, bro. I cannot afford that. I'm not gonna fucking pay $50,000. There has to be another way. There has to be another way, compita. And I told that fool, please bring that number lower. Fool. Can you lower it to 20, 25? Can you help me out here, please? He's like, let me see what I can do. And we're going back and forth. And this turned into some kind of mob situation, dude. Where like we're meeting on how he's gonna fix my numbers to work. And this guy's like, yo, I want to meet at this location. He sent me to this park, dude. In the middle of the park on a bench. Like where there's no one around, bro. And like very secluded area. And this guy comes, he's scared. He's nervous. He has my paperwork with him. He has his paperwork with him. And he brings my paperwork. He's like, look, Jerry, look. And he's like covering his mouth and he's talking to me, fool. Like, I'm like, dude, what are we doing here, bro? You just doing my taxes, dog. Relax, fool. He's like, no, Jerry, look, I looked at your paperwork, man. There's a lot of discrepancies here going on. There's some payments and deposits there that I don't understand where they're coming from. Why are they coming? I go, they're from shows, bro. People sell me when I do perform for them, private shows. I do all kinds of shit, dog. I do shout outs. I do promos. Yes. Dude, I can't explain how this money got to your account, bro. Why are you getting so much money in your account like that for just one time? Dude, he's scared. Pasaba la gente caminando el perros, güey, and he would stop talking. People were walking by with their dogs, fool, and he would like, shh, hold on. Literally like we're Joe Pesci, fool, and picture Ray Liotta, dog. Like, it wasn't that serious, fool. And I'm sitting here on the bench with him, and I'm like, bro, I just need my taxes done, dog. Just help me. And he's like that with his book. He's with my paperwork. Look, man, I'm a little worried about all what I'm seeing in here, dude. Like, there's a lot of this weird things going on in your books, bro. And listen, I go, there's nothing weird going on. It's just cash payments full of people who owe me money, people who send me money to do a shout out for their birthday, the people to come to a restaurant and eat. People send me money for that shit, dog. I'm sorry, fool. And I'm trying to go legit here and report it. What the heck? I'm trying to buy, at that time, I'm trying to buy a house here, homie. Like, I'm trying to report everything I can legally. But tampoco, I don't want to pay so much either, fool. And that's the whole point. Okay, at the end, he's like, man, I'm sorry, bro. I can't help you. I can't help you, dog. I can't do this. This is very stressful. It's very tedious. It's taking a lot of manpower, like for me to work these numbers out. I don't know where this money's coming from. Why you have so much money coming in, so many Zells and Venmos, and he just walked away and he didn't want to help me, fool.
It sounds like you didn't tell him about your extracurricular activities.
That's what I was getting to that. He didn't let me get to that, fool. Anyways. By the way, bro, speaking of that, we had a big fight this weekend. Canelo Crawford. We're in San Jose, California, performing. During the fight, it's one of those situations where, like, I did not want to be there. I wanted to watch the fight. Fortunately, it was on Netflix, so we were able to stream it in the green room. But then our time was up to get on stage. And that's an awkward situation because I feel people in the audience are on their phones or obviously have one eye on the fight and one eye on you, or one ear on the fight, one ear on you. And it's just very distracting and uncomfortable situation when you're on stage at that time. And I was literally on stage during round 6 to 12. I got to see the first 6 rounds backstage as Duno was on stage. And then as Duno got off, it was the start of the 7th round. That's when I went up. So I was in there during literally the peak time of the fight. And I could just tell, like, people were getting up, people were getting antsy, people were talking, sidebarring, watching the fight, listening to the fight. And they didn't give a fuck about Jerry G and his little pinche knock-knock jokes. And so that was a hard situation. That was a tough show to get through. But we got through it. This is how we put ourselves. This is what we put ourselves through, man. People don't understand, man. People just think it's fun just to go up there, do comedy and stuff. Like, there's a lot of distractions at times going on, real life shit going on outside of that while you're trying to, like, make people laugh. I remember the last time this happened to me was it was a Triple G fight versus Canelo fight. Same situation. I was headlining in San Antonio, Texas on that day. And I just remember, fool, by the time I went up on, there was probably 200 people in the audience. Then I went on stage. When I went on stage is when the fight was literally starting. Like, the fight was starting like at 8:30, 8:45, and the show was at 7. So I was going up literally at that time. So you just see like 40 people get up. As I'm going up on stage, like 40, 50 people get up literally and walk out to go watch the fight, dude. Man, that shit hurt, dog. That shit hurt the ego bad, dude. But the good news is that people that did stay were people who didn't give a shit about the fight. So we actually had a really good time because now I was able to relax a little more, seeing that all these people walk out. Those are people maybe that didn't want in the showroom anyway because they were going to be a distraction during my set. So as embarrassing it was for all these people to walk out on me coming up on stage, it actually turned out pretty good because I remember the crowd that did stay was smaller, but they were there for a good time. They were laughing. They don't give a shit about no fight. We're not boxing fans at all, you could tell. And I just had a really, really good time with them, dude. So, but yeah, that was a tough one, bro. That was a tough one. having to perform during these type of situations, and as much as we try to avoid Cinco de Mayo and September 16th weekends, because those are usually big fights, it's hard to avoid those days because those are Latino theme weekends where most of us get the most, requested by clubs. I mean, like, if you look at Vegas, bro, like, everybody was in Vegas. Wait, Marc Antonio Solis, el pinche, those 4 guys that toured together, which I want to go see that show, El Palomazo or some shit like that. Raúl Hernandez and pinche, all these motherfuckers who performed together. Marc Antonio Solis, Fluffy was out there, fool. Like, there was a bunch of Latino acts in Vegas all weekend performing because of the fight. So, goals for me, dog. Goals. Hopefully I get to do that one day. But yeah, bro. So the fight itself was cool. So I don't want to get too into it because, like I said, I was literally on stage during most of the second half of the fight. What I saw in the first 6 rounds, I did see Crawford winning. Crawford was winning when I went up on stage. I was kind of concerned that Canelo may lose. And when I got off the stage is when the decisions literally were making, the decisions were being made, watching Canelo lose. Sucks, right? Props to Crawford. From what I saw, put up a great fight. I didn't go back and saw the last 6 rounds. I just seen highlights. I didn't want to go see the last 6 rounds because obviously the outcome I wasn't too happy with. So I didn't want to see all that. But I might go back to it and check it out later. I'm not a boxing expert, guys. I'm a casual boxing fan. I know about Crawford. I've heard about Crawford forever. Underdog guy. Like, he's like, I'm saying, just people, if you know, he's real good. And I know that Canelo was dodging him for a long time. And so he finally got his wish and he made the best of it. I do see this going 3. I see 3 fights in this. They have to milk the shit out of it. Both Crawford and Canelo, it's good for them, money-wise, and good for everybody involved. There will be a rematch, probably Cinco de Mayo, where, once again, I'll be coming up on stage. Probably Cinco de Mayo weekend. You can see the rematch. I hope Canelo wins for the good of Vegas, for the good of boxing, quote, unquote. He's probably going to win that one somehow, some way. But Crawford looked pretty dominant, bro. From the highlights I've seen and from the little bit of eyes that I saw, man, Crawford, man, está cabrón ese compita, güey. Está cabrón, güey. Technical, power, speed, aggressive, todo, güey. Strong jaw, could take hits. Everything you need to beat a Canelo, he has, dog. Except maybe the age. He is getting a little older in age, bro. But it's going to be interesting, bro. These next 3-4 years, I can see them fighting 3 times total. And I won't be surprised if Crawford wins again, dog. And maybe there won't be a 3rd fight. But knowing Vegas and the moves they make, they're going to figure out a way for Canelo to win this one, dog. And I hope he does, bro. I want him to win, but clean. And we'll see what happens. That was good, man. That was a good night for boxing, bro. I used to love boxing, man. When I was young, man, obviously I was a huge Julio Cesar Chavez fan. That's my GOAT. Remember watching most, if not every one of his fights at the time in the 90s and early 2000s, whenever he stopped. It was awesome, bro. We used to host at the house many of the fights that he had. And I used to go to a lot of places to see him fight. And I was just a huge Chavez fan, bro. I loved everything about him, bro. I loved how he moved, how he talked, bro. His swag, his no F's given. It was awesome, bro. Just awesome seeing him, and a great fighter, bro. Gancho al hígado. Just that fool just kill you with body shots, dude. And I love how he's just always moved forward. He was always the aggressor in the fight. Rarely took steps backwards. Like, Chavez was amazing, bro. No matter who he fought, he didn't give a shit, dog. And he took on the best of the best, dog. And he won over 100 fights in a row. Like, he didn't lose his first fight. Maybe it was like 90-something when he lost his first fight. But he went a long time without losing. I remember when he lost to Frankie Randall, the surgeon, Mamon. And he just ran into the wrong. He just ran into a real one, dog. And Frankie Randall was like a big underdog, I remember. We were like, who the fuck is this guy, Frankie Randall? Man, get the hell out of here, dog. And that motherfucker beat him, bro. Yeah, it was tough, man. It was tough seeing the downfall of Chavez, too. That was hard to see. Pinche viejito, way, having him lose to De La Hoya and to other chumps. And it was hard to see that at the end. I think he ended up losing like 7 fights at the end, bro. 7 or 8 fights. After he was undefeated, like 96-0 before he lost his first fight. He finally lost and ended his record with like 110-7 or some shit. But still the GOAT, bro. The GOAT, man. Fucking love Chavez. I used to watch a lot of fights, man. And then I started like kind of losing the interest. I did like De La Hoya. I backed up De La Hoya. De La Hoya, you know, he represented us very well, especially us Mexican Americans. He represented us really, really well. Boyle Heights, East LA. I liked him, bro. People hated him because he was so pretty, dude. Bonito, chulada de muchacho, way. I did him, bro. I just respected how good he was in the ring, dog. He was hard to like off the ring. Very hard to like. But in the ring, dude, mad props, fool. One of the best, dog, right? And he took on a lot of the greats as well. You know, he took on Vargas and everybody, bro. Chavez. Did he fight Canelo? No, right? He didn't fight Canelo. Yeah, bro. So I'll give props to La Hoya. I always liked De La Hoya, bro. I always liked him. Yeah, fools up. But other than that, I've been a casual fan ever since, dude. You know, boxing has not been great last maybe 10 years. It hasn't been amazing. And hopefully it comes back, bro, because there were some great undercards too, man. And there were some really good, like Guatemalteco kid, man. I could see the whole fight. That guy was very impressive. And just overall, bro, there were some great fights, man. So the best for boxing, bro. And we'll see what's up, man. All right. That's it, man. Pretty much moving on. We got comments coming up. Our winner, our Magic Castle winner, Raquel, what? Have not heard from you, G. Have not heard from you. Need to hit me up. You can comment on the YouTube. Comment on the YouTube, or you can hit me up directly at comedianjerryg@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Instagram. Have not heard from you, G. So we'll give you another week or so. We're going to give another 2 tickets out today. So get ready for that. Get that technology going, Eric, because we're going to need that. Comment shark. We're going to be doing that today. From the 244 comments, we're going to give away 2 more tickets. All right. I spoke to Edible Arraignments, Sally, who's providing these tickets for us. Thank you very much. She said that all we need from you is your full name and email. I need your full name and email to send you the tickets. All right. I probably won't be able to accompany you guys. It's going to be hard for me to figure that one out. But your tickets are good. Just remember that once you're in there, you're on your own when you're paying for shit, dog. So, all right. So good luck. Raquel, watch. Hit me up, motherfucker. All right. All right. That's it. That's pretty much it. Okay. Here we go. Couple things going on. My 10-year-old, 6th grader, that fool goes to over there in Azusa. They're planning a trip to Washington, D.C. All right. This motherfucker has a nerve. Yeah, this motherfucker has the audacity to hit me up. Like, hey, Dad, can I go to a field trip to Washington, D.C.? I'm like, how much is this motherfucker, dog? How much is this? This is not free, bro. I know I don't have to sign a fucking field trip slip, dog. It's more than that, bro. I know I don't have to send you with a goddamn lunch pack. And he's like, nah, it's $2,600, fool. Where do these kids get the nerve, dog? That I can just like that we think my other kids are the same way. Wait, the other one, the big ones, not much different. The other one, oh, I'm going to San Diego for a basketball tournament. I need $600. And el otro way, he's going to start college. Hey, man, I need furniture for my dorm, dude. I'm like, bro, like if you don't think about this shit ahead of time, fool. Like, I'm supposed to just drop everything and go to IKEA, dog. Like, what are you talking about? I hate that they just bring this shit on me like todos así como si nada, güey. Like, oh, yeah, I got you. Fool, help me. Like, give me a heads up here, fool. Anyway, $2,600 to go to Washington. They're going to go to Washington and New York for spring break in April. I'm going to end up paying it, I think, obviously, fool. But
you have to.
But it hurts, dog. fucking hurts. I went when I was in 5th grade, 1993 or some shit. I went to Washington, D.C., New York, Philadelphia, and Baltimore, dog. But I don't remember paying all $2,600, dog. I'm pretty sure we did not. I don't think my mom she would not have paid that for. There's no way. We're fucking poor, bro. Pobres, way. I remember she sent me, it was a whole week. The trip was 1 week. She sent me with, I don't even want to say $100. I think it was less. I think she was, because I remember she gave me like a few 20s. But I don't think it was $5 $20 bills. No me acuerdo, estaba bien morro, güey. But I remember she like handed me money for like this way. Toma, mijo, para que compres algo, right? Like this. Shaking, bro. Like knowing this is gonna hurt her. This money is gonna hurt her, fool. Like, we need this fucking money, dude. But she gave it to me like this. Toma, mijo, para que te compres algo. And I remember I grabbed the money and it wasn't a lot, fool. It was, I want to say like $60, dude. 1993 though. You know, it went a little longer, fool. But I just remember we were not doing very well on money back then, bro. I don't remember doing very well. So I know for sure my mom didn't pay anything. It was a program that I was in. Believe it or not, Eric, when I was in elementary and middle school, I was in the gifted program. Gifted program is for these motherfuckers like scholars, fool.
Oh, I thought it meant like dumb.
No. Al contrario, güey. Opposite of dumb. Opposite of special ed. I was on the other spectrum. Was
it a mistake?
Kind of, bro. What happens is that like in 2nd grade, they test you and they put you like literally like easy tests, fool, like blocks, you know, like little fucking, maybe like fucking 2 like double-digit math problems in 2nd grade, right? And for some reason, I did really well in 2nd grade. I was pretty smart in 2nd grade. So when I got tested in 2nd grade, they put me into these gifted programs, fool. Advanced shit. And I didn't care. I was like, whatever, fool.
When they figure out you dumb.
They kicked me out around 6th or 7th grade. Yeah, fool. Around 6th or 7th grade, once I hit middle school, I remember in middle school, I had gifted classes. And I had a hard time in 6th grade. I was falling really behind. And they ended up kicking me out around 7th grade. I started noticing I was in dumber classes. By 7th grade, I was with dumber people around me, fool.
You were in math A?
Yeah. I did like the math 1. Basic math, it was called. Basic math. La chingada. So I noticed that they started transitioning me out of gifted class around middle school. But in 5th grade, I was a gifted class member. And these gifted class kids got the opportunity to go to Washington, D.C., dog. And I went, fool. And it was fun. I don't remember much about it, bro. Again, I'm 10 years old at this time. No me acuerdo muy mucho. But we went in the White House. We went in the Statue of Liberty. I was all up in that bitch. We went to a bunch of dope places, dog. Did you know before the White House, there was another White House where presidents stayed before? Like it was before George Washington and Thomas Jefferson and the early presidents, they stayed at this place. The White House was built later where it went from like the 12th president para arriba or something, fool. So before that, they were staying at this other place in Philadelphia. So we went to that way. We went to a bunch of dope spots, dude. We learned a lot about the country, dog. We went to the unnamed soldier. We went to the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Memorial. We went to all kind of shit, dog. Dope. Twin Towers. We went to the Twin Towers, dog. That was a trip, bro. So now my son's getting this opportunity to go. This is why I want him to go, because I experienced it. I know how amazing it was, how fun it was. So I'm going to give him that chance. The problem is I got to pay $2,600. Now, they're going to be fundraising as well, right? And I'm all for fundraising. I've been fundraising for a long time with my kids, sports, fool. I was listening the other day on a radio, fool, or a podcast, I forgot what I was listening, about fundraising etiquette. So when you're fundraising for your kids' sports specifically, dog, what's the etiquette? Like basically when you win, like for example, the 50-50 raffle, dog, all right? You know what a 50-50 raffle is, fool? If you win a 50-50 raffle, People buy tickets, and the pot is built up to X number of dollars, right? And then there's a winner. One day winner wins, and they get half of that pot. Dodger Stadium has it all the time. All these stadiums have it, which is the biggest sucker bet ever. Do not fucking do the 50-50 raffle at Dodger Stadium. Bullshit, bro. I used to pay that shit all the time. Yo de pendejo, güey. Yo pendejo, güey. Siempre $20, $40, $50 worth of raffle tickets. Dude, the chances of winning are literally 1 in 50,000, dog. If not more. 1 in 50,000, 1 in 50,000 to 100,000. The chances of you winning is that much. That's the biggest sucker bet ever. Do not ever play that game. That's stupid. Anyways, but there's also 50-50 raffle with parents. Now your numbers are less there, fool. There's less people playing that 50-50 raffle, a better chance of you winning. But what happens if you win, Eric? What happens if you win? Let's say it's $1,000 pot. You get $500 of that pot. What do you do with those $500? Do you keep it or do you put it back into the fucking pot for donate it?
I mean, the right thing would be to take it. I mean, to give it back, obviously. But I never heard that. I've never heard that.
Apparently,
shit. I would have just took it and put it in my pocket. Maybe bought some pizzas for the kids or some shit.
Exactly, fool. That's what I've done. I've won 50-50 raffles, bro. I keep the money, but I also tip out. So, like, let's say I won not too long ago, fool, because they have them during baseball games. They have them during the baseball game at the kids' games. And the pot only goes up to like $150 or something, fool, right? And I won. I got my $75. I kept 50 and I threw 25 bucks back to them, bro. I think that's fair. But apparently, you're not supposed to keep any of it. You're supposed to donate it all back if you win, dick. Nah, that's some bullshit, fool. Some bullshit. I give a lot to my kids' teams, bro. All my kids' teams. I don't say...
So who told you that you fucked up?
I was listening to a radio podcast and they were talking about that.
But
and
nobody,
they were saying...
Nobody told you? Nobody like brought it to your attention at the field or...
Nobody did. No one brought it up to me.
But have you seen other parents give it back?
No, I don't pay attention, to be honest with you.
But we will now, huh?
Yeah, now I'm going to pay more attention to that shit. Because this podcast that I was listening, they were saying, hey, man, apparently, because that fool won like $500, he said, I kept it. And apparently, like, next day, parents were talking shit that I kept it. And I'm like, what do you mean I talking shit? I won. What the fuck? Why would I? What? So, yeah, and I was with them. I'm like, yeah, of course I would have kept. I would have maybe given back $100 or so. Tipped out 100, but not everything. Am I wrong? What the heck? So, and I've won other 50-50 raffles before. I've been playing for years. I got a shitload of kids. I got a plethora of fucking kids. And I participate in all the raffles. I participate in all the fundraisers. I'm all about it, bro. I donate money all the time, fool. Like, yo le regalo dinero, güey, without even telling them, fool. Last few years, my kids have been going to San Diego for a basketball tournament in December. And yo les doy feria, güey. Like, my kids are like, Dad, we're you know, there's fundraising going on. I'm like, fuck the fundraising. Here's $500 I give $500, all right? And I don't say it out loud, bro. I say it because I tell the kids, no, don't tell them, just give it to your coach, fool. But tell them it's from us, fool, because the only reason I tell them that is because I don't want the motherfucking coach to pocket the money either, dog. If it comes from anonymous, the money comes from anonymous, now they can be like, oh, this is untraceable. I'll just fucking pocket this money, dog. So I have to tell the fool, hey, man, make sure this is from you guys, from your parents, from your dad. This is my support. Here you go, $500, dog. $250 each. $250 from each of you guys. Donation. Because I get it, bro. Not everybody can afford that shit, bro. There's kids who no pueden, güey. No es que yo pueda, güey, pero puedo un poquito más. And what I'm trying to tell you is that I participate, fool. I give a lot of fucking money and time, bro, to these motherfuckers. I buy pizzas all the time, bro. I do a lot of shit, dog. And a lot, fool. So if I ever win one of these raffles, I'm keeping the fucking money, bro, because I've given back a lot already, fool. Does that make sense? Yeah, don't fucking guilt me, fool, because I won. That's bullshit, dude. Anyways, yeah, fool. My chick is a team mom, bro, and she tells me all the time, like, oh yeah, like she's won things and she gives them back. Like she's won like items, like raffle, like baskets, and she gives it back. I'm like, fuck that, don't give that shit back. You won that shit fair and square. But she's like, but I'm the team mom. Like, man, I'm like, But whatever, dog. It's stupid.
So she never told you, like, give it back or anything?
No, she's never told me to give it back because every time I win, I'll just right away give money back. Not all of it, though. I give some of it back. So I guess that's what shuts people up. Like, oh, he's giving something back.
So you're just half a scumbag.
Yeah, a piece of scumbag. Piece of shit. I'm just a piece of shit. Yeah. All right. So that's that. Now, gracias a Dios, bro. Back to school is here. The kids are going away. Gracias. Take them all, por favor. Let's celebrate with an edible arrangement. That's right. Edible arrangement in East LA is back, bro. Use promo code Jerry25 and receive up to 25% off your total order and or free delivery.
Becca? Hey. Coffee?
Feel like you've been catfished? There's an edible for that. Get all kinds of deliciousness delivered right when you need it at edible.com.
What else going on? Let me see here. Other thing I want to talk to you about is my son is starting college. He's going to UC Irvine. He's in a dormant there, fool. You know, I don't know how.
Congratulations.
Thank you, brother. It's a big deal, fool. It's a big deal. That fool's all nervous. I'm all nervous. We don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with his room. Honestly, I want to rent his room out. I want to Airbnb it or some shit, dog. Get some money in there, bitch. But I don't know what to do with his room, fool. Like, do I just leave it up there like that? He wants me to buy him a PS5 because he's going to, obviously, we have a PS5 now. He's going to leave that one here at the house for the rest of the kids. And he wants his own one. So I guess I'm going to buy him that, fool. But I don't know how I feel about my son, dog. It's que este güey es maleta, güey. They don't know how to do shit, dog. They can't cook. They can't clean. They can't wash. They can't do shit, dog. So I'm already worried. Now, this week, he's starting to learn. And he's like, hey, Dad, I think I need to make some eggs or something, dude. I got to figure this shit out, man. So I'm like, yeah, bro. He's asking me questions about, like, how to wash clothes. Like, do you use cold? What do you use cold for? Do I use the Tide Pods? Where do I put the Tide Pod? I've never used a Tide Pod. I always use peaches. Ariel way. Just fucking sand, bro. Just grab. I'm the guy that buys that bucket and just. I don't even use a scooper, dog. I just grab that shit and. That's the measurement, fool. My clothes always smells like Ariel, fool. Smell good, dog. So I don't know, fool. I'm just trying to help him out here, fool. At the end of the day, I just tell him Google that shit, dog. YouTube it, bro. Like, you'll learn. That's how I learned, dog. Just YouTube that shit, dog. YouTube is your father now. Okay? That's who's going to be teaching you life. YouTube and Google. All right? Google's your mom. YouTube is your dad, fool, all right? I'm kind of worried for him, dog. Look, he has a girlfriend. He loves his girlfriend. He's been with her since 8th grade, dog. Since 8th grade, bro. They went through whole high school together. But guess who's not going to UC Irvine? His girlfriend. And that motherfucker's going to be living on campus with these looks, with these good looks right here, fool. He looks just like me, dog. Fool. Damn, dog. I don't see that relationship lasting very much longer, fool. And I love the girl, man. I want him to marry her, fool. But let's get real here, dog. College is a different ballgame, bro. It's a beast, fool. So, man, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with him and his girl, but I never went to college, bro. But I can imagine, dog. I went to some college parties, and oh my god, la vida, güey, la vida. Man, I'm living through him right now, fool. I want him to have a great time in college, fool. I'm excited. All right. That's about it. Last thing, guys. I'm doing a sports podcast called Jerry G Sports Minute. And if you haven't seen it, watch it, bro. Week 2 of NFL just went down. All right. We were in San Jose. I got to see most of the games. And I did my picks. All right. And let me tell you, dog. 16 games. I got 13 of them right, Eric. 13. I went 13-3 this week, compa. If you would have followed my picks that I give out on Sports Minute, we would be rich right now. We wouldn't be needing no fucking fundraisers, big dog. All right? So here, listen to Jerry G Sports Minute. I give out my weekly picks there. All right? And I talk about all the shit in sports that's going down. What we learned in the NFL. So you can listen to it there. It's only like 20 minutes. It's an easy, simple listen. straight to the point. Let's get to it. Let's make money and just talk about a little bit what's going on. All right. I don't want to waste too much time here on this podcast, but we're getting towards the last 10, 12 games of the Major League Baseball season. Dodgers holding on for dear life in first place, thanks to the sorry-ass Padres, who also suck right now. So we still in first place, somehow, some way. The problem is that there are 3 first-place teams in the National League and 3 first-place teams in the American League, and we are the 3rd best first-place team right now, which means we will have to play round 1 wild card game. Okay? That's not good. That's not good. I'm not excited about that because we're an older team, a tired team, a team who just hasn't been playing very well. I feel that we needed a break to reset the batteries, but maybe playing a wild card can help us get in a better rhythm into the rest of the playoffs and the World Series. I still have faith in the Dodgers. I still have faith in them, bro. We're still a champion. We still hold the belt. And until somebody takes that away from us, we are a champion. And we're going in. And I know we're still the team that every other team fears the most. So no se hagan güeyes. We're still the most feared team in baseball going into the playoffs. We just got to produce. All right? That bullpen, valió verga, way. And it sucks, fool. It's hard to say that because we have one of the most expensive bullpens, and it went all to shit. Even Kasperius got sent down to the minors, fool. All right? But that's enough of that. You want to listen to more of my Dodger rant and vent? Go to my Sports Minute. We'll break down a little bit of the Dodgers on where we go from here, how we need to end the season, and what the playoffs are going to look like. All right? We'll also talk about the Sports Minute. We'll talk about week 2, what we learned in week 2, and my picks for week 3 that you should be paying attention to and listening to. And if you want to put in a few extra dollars in there, hit me up, big dog. I can lead you in the right direction. Okay? Esos pendejos del pinche Concrete y el pinche Duno, güey. They're like trying to be fucking betting on the fight. And they're like, hey, fool, el pinche Concrete, güey. Hey, fool, I think the fight's going to end in a draw. Right? And I'm like, I'll take that bet, fool. I'll take that bet, big dog. What's up? We looked at the odds. Canelo, Crawford, draw, plus 800. So that means you get $800 for every $100 that you bet. I'll tell you something, man. That's actually a pretty good odds, fool. I like that bet. I actually would have taken that bet as well. And I took the bet. I went against him. I took his $100. I held on to his $100 and I said, go ahead, fool. I'll give you 800 back if it's a draw. And I'm going to be a little honest with you guys, fool. I was worried, fool. I was worried, especially when Canelo was down early in the fight. I knew that Canelo was going to make a surge in the second half of the fight, which would lead to a draw. I think what helped me, bro, and one of the reasons it wasn't a draw was because the fight before was a draw. And I don't think Vegas would want 2 draws on the same night. That's kind of GAY, bro. That's kind of gay, dog. All right? If that earlier fight would not have been a draw, I could see the main event be a draw because they didn't want Canelo to lose. And they want to extend this to more fights. I could have seen Crawford gets robbed, but Crawford clearly won the fight. Gracias a Dios, there was a clear winner because I got to be honest with you, my butthole was tightening up a little bit around round 6. The draw was looking pretty good, fool. The draw was looking pretty good there for a while. Until it wasn't. Until Crawford kept the pressure coming and convincingly won the fight as he should. As he should have. It was the right decision. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But that got a little scary, fool. That got a little scary. So what I'm trying to tell you, if you want some action like that, fool, I'll take your action. I don't give a shit, dog. Bring it, fool. Any game, anytime, bring it, big dog. All right, let's get to the comments and we'll get the shit out of here, big dog. We'll get out of here, fool. All right. Also, listen to Perrito's World podcast. We recorded in San Jose this last weekend in the green room. It was fun. We're having a really good time with that one, bro. So please check out Perrito's World podcast, fool.
What else did you do this weekend?
I didn't want to talk about it, bro. But we went to an EDM rave.
Boom, 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 boom.
Bro, after our second we had 2 shows on Saturday, and then Dunos gets invited to this rave, dog, which that was a quick out for me. I'm out. Nah, I'm good. But Duno's really hyped. And then once Concrete said yes, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it. If Concrete's in, that's 2 out of 3. I'll go, fool. But I'm sorry, if Concrete would have said no, fool, I was hoping he would say no so I could just back him up on that. Because my first reaction was, nah, I'm not down with that shit, dog. Fuck that, bro. We went, and it was a big-ass warehouse, 5,000 people in San Jose raving to the same beat all night. They weren't taking requests, fool, for some reason, bro, because they just kept playing the same song all 5 hours I was there. I had a blast, fool. No te miento, güey. I had a blast. Maybe because we were getting the VIP treatment backstage, on stage, on the crowd surfing. I think maybe that's why I had a good time. But I felt like the oldest man in the house, for sure. Thankfully, Marty, our manager, was there, and he's older than me. But I felt old as shit, dog. I was tired. I was done. But because of the VIP treatment, I was able to hang in there a little longer. We had a little backstage area where it was a little cooler. But I had a good time, bro. I mean, I'm sure if you've seen videos already, social media, Duno and Concrete, they got on stage. They took fucking shirts off. They were asking me to get up on stage. There was no way that was going to happen. Hex to the motherfucking no. But they were. It was fun to see them do the shit. There's just certain lines I don't like to cross, dog. And no es por nada, way. I have a really bad shoulder right now, fool. I have a torn something, fool. Rotator cuff. I have a rotator cuff that's really bothering me, bro. So I was only able to rave like this. Bam, bam, bam. I went up a couple times like, oh, I can't. This is as high as I can go with my arm right now, fool. I can't make any sudden changes. I can't wash my armpits. So I have a really hard time right now in the shower. I have to wash my left armpit like this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can only go down. I could do this. I could go down. Look, I could go down. But once you raise it up, ya valió verga, way. I can't go this way. I can't do that. It's hard, bro. Like all this, it's a muscle that's right here. I can't even do this. This is hurting as I'm doing that right now. So I already went to the doctor. We took x-rays. It's a strained or pulled.
It's probably torn.
It might be torn by now because it's getting worse. It's not getting any better. I don't have to bitch about it because I'm fine as long as I'm not raising my arms up or doing anything like that. I'm good. So if I just keep them down and shit. But I can't even do it. Dude, when we're doing the meet and greet, I was using my right arm. Fool, I can't even put my hand on people's shoulders. I can't do this. Barely the waist, and that waist is awkward. You know, if it's a dude, it's fine. But if it's a girl, I just don't, obviously. I put my arms down because I don't want to get too low down there because I can't raise my arm. I can't do this. I can't do this to people. So that's been hard. That's been really hard during the meet and greets. So anyway, that's not a reason I didn't want to get up on stage or anything like that. But I had a good time. ¿Cómo se llama el DJ? De Oro? DJ De Oro, which is apparently is a big, huge deal. Huge deal. He's performing in fucking SoFi and shit. Got the chance to meet him. Great dude. And Snow the Product was there. Great rapper. My first time watching her perform, and I knew of her. I know of her. I've heard her shit. She's good. Watching her live was pretty dope. Good times, bro. Just too many kids, bro. I just feel so freaking old, big dog. But they had a lot of tequila backstage. Had a lot of drinks backstage. A lot of snacks backstage. Had a good time, bro. I was doing a little bit of all that shit, dog. So I had a really, really, really good time. Thank you for the invite, San Jose. San Jose is awesome, bro. San Jose is dope, bro. Lo único que se pasa de verga San Jose it's too many goddamn Niner fans, too many goddamn Giants fans. That gets a little annoying because you know how they are, fool. Gang, 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 gang. Giants. Both. Bro, you suck. Both of your teams suck, fool. Relax. Slow your roll, big dog. There are a lot of Raider fans who I like. I like Raider fans. I'm a Raider fan. You know, even though we took a big out last night, fool. I lost on that one. I did take the Raiders plus 3.5. I thought they were going to compete a little better than that. Maybe lose by 3, but not by more than 3. They lost by a lot more than 3. But anyways, love the Raiders and love San Jose, dog. But the people are great. I love how people are very proud. There's a lot of very proud Chicanos in San Jose. I don't like to throw around the word Chicano that much. I don't really consider myself a Chicano. I don't know. For me, a Chicano growing up was literally a person born in the United States in the 60s or 70s and shit. Like, old people to me are Chicanos. Old people, old heads. Now I'm an old head, but I don't consider myself a Chicano, eh? You know, I don't, dog. Just Latino's fine, dog. Mexican American. I got Central American blood too, dog. Like, I don't get offended when people call me Chicano. I don't get offended at all. It just feels a little weird. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I feel I'm a Chicano. I don't think that's an LA thing to me, dog. I don't know, fool. All right. Let's get to the comments, fool. I'm not against it, though. Chicanos are cool, dog. But in Northern Cali, they like that shit. Chicanos. Somos Chicanos, compa. I'm like, all right, well, that's cool. All right. We're going to do the raffle. We're going to do the raffle from the comments of episode 244 for the other 2 tickets of the Magic Castle. So let's do that first before we get to the comments, fool. So let me get to episode 244. Cash Money. And this one had a gang of freaking comments, bro. This one had over 100 comments. All right, over 100 comments. All right, here we go. We're gonna do that. Let me. So I gotta copy it.
Screen record.
Let me screen record it first, so you can see the whole. So what I do is I'm going to share it. I'm gonna copy the link, and now we go to Comment Shark. Comment Shark. .com. All right. There it is. Then we go there. Then we're going to add the link. There it is. Try our YouTube random picker right there. Then we put the link there. There it is. All right. There we go. This is for the winner of episode 2. This is for the 2 tickets of Magic Castle. If you win, need you to message me your full name and your email. That's where we're going to send you your tickets. All right, here we go. And the winner is G-Man P226. G-Man P226. Keep up the good work, Jerry. I look forward to the podcast every week, compita. Congratulations. You are the winner of 2 tickets to the Magic Castle. I'm going to stop recording here. To the Magic Castle. Okay, so now, last week's winner has not gotten to me, fool, so make sure Raquel Watch hit me up. If not, next week, if Raquel Watch has not hit me up by next week, we will raffle those tickets away once again. All right, compita? You've been warned, fool. All right, let's get to the comments, and we'll get out of here. There are some great comments being left. Getting a lot of shit with this Garner situation. Garners are attacking me like a motherfucker. But we get it. We get it. They're mad. Garners are mad, fool. And you should stand for each other, fool. All right, here we go. This guy, Alex G, PT2. Thanks for your respectful take on Charlie Kirk. My respect for you just went up. And it wasn't about respect. I've been hearing a lot of bullshit from that guy, dog. Again, I didn't know who the fuck he was before he passed away, ladies and gentlemen. I had no idea who he was. Now I'm hearing all kinds of crazy stuff. Well, it was entertaining. Again, dude, my son showed me one. I know. We can move on right now. But this guy, the debates I've been watching with that guy was incredible to watch, fool. Incredible. All right, here we go. Famous Jew and 1100. No mames, we're under attack. I don't remember where that was from. Tona Lemaya. Shout out to Hooper Avenue Elementary. Love it. I went there. Super Hooper Cougar for life. Ay. Jay Estrada. Ay. I found out about you through my Perritos podcast, and damn, homie, I already messed with you heavy. A very relatable unk. even though you got 15 years on me. Keep it up, my boy. Looking forward to the next one. Man, I've been getting called Unc more and more, dog. And I don't know how I feel about that, big dog. I'm stuck, bro. Like, I never thought it'd be the day where I'm literally the Unc, the OG, the old head of the crew. Man, for a long time, I'm in my 30s coming up in comedy. I was always a young man, the young one, the next dude up, this guy, the young dude. I'm the old head, fool. That's crazy. Saludos, Jerry. Christian Vasquez, gracias. $450 to reseed your lawn seems expensive as hell. That's what I said. Dude, and I went to Lowe's yesterday. I was at Lowe's yesterday because I was buying some shit for my washer and dryer.
You went price checking?
And I was walking by the gardening section, dog. And I'm watching the gardening, the oil, the pinche crap. What is that called? The
manure.
The manure. I walk by the manure section, dog, and I see the pizza bags for $5, bro.
So you're adding them up, looking at the square footage and all that?
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. Well, $5? What the fuck? All right. It was on sale, though. What's up, Humberto? All right, let me see. Just caught you in San Jose, homie. Line was around the corner and hella good vibes, bro. Duno and Concrete funny as hell, too. Cheers, homie. Thank you, big dog. Appreciate that. I got tickets to your show in Tulsa. We will be in Tulsa, Oklahoma this Thursday. The Big O. See you there, motherfucker. Let people know, bro. Sales are kind of All right, let motherfuckers know. All right. Just commenting to support. All right. Nessa, hey, Jerry, sorry you had so many opportunities of catching a foul ball. Hope you get one day. Thank you. Let the gardener grow the grass and then make your kids cut it, fool. Jerry no seas menso. My son, about to turn 7, he already helping me cut the grass and wash my truck. Trying to teach him now to be a real man. Because real mans wash trucks, homie. Apparently. Look, man, I've always been a lazy fuck myself. So it's hard for me to motivate my kids to do shit when I'm the lazy one as well. But I get it. Homies golf. Homie versus golf. Oh, that's actually funny. Homie versus. Come back to Albuquerque, loco. A ver cuándo. Oscar Vasquez. Gracias a Dios. Jerry, your gardener is draining your pockets. Hope you catch a foul ball one day. Fire show today. Always funny, informative. Don't trip on the yard. Little by little, you have your own home looking like you want it. Thank you, big dog. That's the plan. All right, here we go. Love your show, Jerry. Give me a shout out. Luke from Chicago. Shout out to you, compita. Let's go, Jerry. The Filipinos support you. Órale. G. LeBron. The Filipinos support me, dog. All right, I like that. Friday, 77. I hope I win the tickets. Tucson. Ricardo Valenzuela. See you in Tucson. We're coming October 16th. Casa Grande and Yuma, Arizona that weekend, bro. Come check us out. Saludos, Jerry. I was in the first grade that day in Hooper Elementary when 911 happened. Saludos, Jerry. There's a Phoenix, Arizona. Mimi Murillo, Phoenix, Arizona. We're coming Tempe Improv December. We'll be there. Jerry G para servirles. Cubole compa Jerry G. I went on Spotify and been binging on your podcast from episode 1. And I went back and started listening to the American Wannabes también. You become my favorite comedian, hands down. You're planning on having Jesus Sepulveda and Christian Zaragoza as one of your special guests. It would be dope to have one of you those podcasts on video. Pedro from South Central, down the street from Hooper Avenue, homie. Yeah, dog, we're planning something, dog. Shout outs to my boy Jesus Sepulveda, doing big things. And Christian Zaragoza, who's my boy and still rocking with us. Jerry G, from one headache and migraine suffer to another, you got to get on that BC powder. It's a game changer. Whenever a headache is coming on, take one. It works. BC powder, I know what that is. You guys know what that is? I just learned about this shit. It's basically aspirina and polvo, way. Looks like Coke, fool. Looks like Coke. So vienen in polvitos like this, bro. And I didn't know what they were. And I accidentally bought one time. I had a hangover. And I thought it was an Alka-Seltzer. I thought it was like a generic Alka-Seltzer. So I bought this BC powder. I put it in my water, shake it up, drink it, and it helped me with my hangover. My headache went away. So it does work. But since then, I bought more of those BC powders, and I use them when I get a headache, and they don't always work. So it's hit and miss. But yeah, I recommend it for sure. All right, here we go. What about welcome back to another podcast? I think another podcast is taken already. Fool, I pay $60 a month from front and backyard. 2 visits from Jardinero, $60. Come on, bro. This guy's paying $30 for 2 yards. I'm paying $65 for 1 front yard. Fuck that. Hey, compa, coming to San Francisco for a weekend series? Nah, I tried, but no se pudo. All right, here we go. Cubo, compa. How's the Canton coming along? Just dropped by to give you a show. Listen, like, a comment, respect Jerry G. And don't forget to also subscribe, Dick. Subscribe to this shit, homie. All right? All right, you should learn how to do it yourself. I don't know, bro. I really think the gardener is hosing you. Get it? Hosing you? All right, that's good. That's good. I like that. Damn, Adam, the way he charging you, you're going to need to sell your house in Mexico to keep paying for your landscaper. That's true. Chris Rosas. What would you do if that Karen was your sister? Well, I would check her ass. The Philly Karen from the baseball, I would check my sister. My sister, no, not act like that. River Agua. Nah, compa. There's an article that proves Pajes had no chance of catching that ball. The side view and top view of the area shows that ball hit 3 to 4 feet and 18 inches higher than the fence. Hershiser even said there was no chance and Pajes played it right. Still a heartbreaking game though. I disagree. The point is that Pajes should have made a better effort in catching that no-hit ball. Okay? Even if it comes off his glove, off his fingertips, off 2 inches off his glove, the point is he needed to make a better effort. And you can't tell me that ball was not catchable. He's caught other balls over the wall before. That's all I'm saying, fool. Never forget. All right. I'll trade you a game ball for a bobblehead, bro. Nah, dog. I want my own game ball. I don't want somebody else's game ball like they caught a foul ball in the fucking random game. I want my own game ball, homie. But let's work out a trade. I'll still trade you for something. If you get a ball with your ex-wife ticket, what kid are you giving the ball to, Jerry? Ex-wife kids or new wife kids? Whoever's with me, bro. Whoever's with me and most likely is going to go to the little one. But then when the little one's not looking, I'm going to take it away from the little one and give it to the older ones because they do deserve the ball because their mom gives the tickets. Good question, motherfucker. Good question. All right. All right, that's it, fool. This guy says, all right, I'm 10 minutes into the podcast and I want a shorter podcast. Maybe like 30 minutes would be perfect. Stay away, no mames. All right. That's pretty much it, fool. Thank you for your comments, Bronx Dog. Appreciate that. That's pretty much it, fool. I shouted out some of the shows that we got coming up. We'll be in Plano, Texas this weekend. Plano, Texas. Get your tickets. And Tulsa, Oklahoma. Get your tickets. Perritos World is coming. Then we're going to be hitting up Denver, Colorado very soon. And other places I forget. All right, here we go. Please hit us up. Jerry G, thanks, man. I'm out of here. Vámonos.